Please take your seats. Our program is going on. What a challenge. Please find your seat. Okay, so now we are moving on to the corporate pitching. We have been hearing a lot of pitches from the startups, but it's time to give the stage to the big ones. Today we will hear 7 pitches from the corporations to startups. So the first one is OpusCapita, Petri. So OpusCapita is software and service company. And here they're representing the case of automating the accounting work of 650 accountants, this the software robots. That's a great challenge. Please welcome Petri on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm coming from a company called OpusCapita. We are around 2,300 persons, having 11,000 customers in 50 countries. Out of those 2,300 persons, 650 are accountants. So therefore, we have a dream. We have a dream to automate the work of the accountants by software robots. So let me start by a video and showing you what the dream looks like. Actually, what you saw on the video, it's not a dream anymore. It's a platform that exists. It's something that we are implementing today. Basically, we are talking about a virtual desktop that is accessing our customer systems, working under a virtual supervisor, writing a transaction log. Our big challenge today is not about the platform and what you saw in the video. It is happening, but it is how to teach the robots. Today we are programming those by hand, but we believe that in a couple of months we are able to utilize machine learning and analytics in that. So to you, all the startups in this room, and maybe even more developed companies, what we would like to offer to you is an opportunity to co-create together with us algorithms for software robots using analytics and machine learning to automate the full finance and accounting processes. And what we have to do in there together with you is to utilize the 72 terabytes of data that we have in the servers to automate the work of 650 accountants in our organization alone, who are working for customers in 8 countries and utilizing data from 50 different countries from our customers. So in a year, we are processing something like 1 billion invoice transactions annually. So this is a unique opportunity for anyone in this room to talk to us afterwards about this opportunity where we can start to teach these robots utilizing machine learning. And that's all I had in my mind. Thank you everyone and hope that you can join this challenge with us.
Thank you. And the next one is for sure well known by all of you, is Kone. So the short introduction, Kone provides innovative elevator and escalator solutions and comprehensive maintenance and modernization services. And Ari from Kone will tell you that they are looking for partners to build the best people flow experience. Welcome, Ari.
Okay. Thank you and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ari Virtanen and I'm heading the partnership operations of Kone, meaning that my job is to create new people flow solutions together with you. For those of you who don't know Kone that well, we are one of the top 4 elevator and escalator companies in the world. We are roughly 7 billion euro in sales and a little bit less than 50,000 employees. Behind me is one of our references, Kingdom Tower. That is being constructed as we speak, and once completed in a couple of years' time, it will be the first building in the world that is taller than 1 kilometer, so taller than 1,000 meters. My message here today to you is that we want to innovate together with you. We want to find collaboration partners from this audience. At this point, you may ask, why would you like to collaborate with a company such as Kone? I have here a couple of numbers that you may find interesting. 400,000, 1 million, 1.5 billion. Any idea what these numbers might be? The first one is the amount of Kone customers, so those building owners, construction companies and other customers who have purchased Kone solutions over the years. The second one means that we are maintaining more than 1 million elevators and escalators on a regular basis. And then we have more than 1.5 billion users every single day. So if you have something to offer to those 400,000 companies, if you can somehow improve the maintenance activities of more than 1 million equipment, or if you want to reach out to those 1.5 billion users, collaboration with Kone might be an interesting option for you as well. Let's now take a little bit closer look at what kind of offering we have. On this slide, we have elevators, escalators, and doors. Great products. But for Kone, this is all about creating the best people flow. And people flow is more than products. And here is what it means. People flow is user's journey from the first entrance of the building all the way to the final destination. Everything that makes that journey smoother and smarter is within our business scope. For example, your people flow here was from the main entrance to this place. And think about what kind of opportunities there are to innovate around that journey. Kone is known as a fairly innovative company. So we introduced elevator without machine room something like 20 years ago. These days we have smartphone applications to control the elevators. For example, I am using my smartphone to control the elevators at our office. Or actually I used to. These days I'm using my watch to control the elevators. Kone is recognized also by Forbes. We are one of those most innovative companies on Forbes list in our field. However, Internal innovation is not enough, and we clearly understand that there is always more innovation outside the company than inside, no matter which company we are talking about. When we are creating our people flow solutions, we want to provide good access to the building. We want our users to find the right destination. We want to provide all the information they need and monitor the system to understand that everything works seamlessly. These are those cornerstones of our solution creation: access, destination, information, and monitoring. But as you can see from this slide, there is a lot of space around these four cornerstones. And this year, we proudly present 3 partners who are also present on our booth very close from here. Last year, we announced API Challenge, and the winner, iBeacon, is there. There is also visitor management solution, Indoor Ninja, and there are solutions we have developed together with Button. And go there and check them out, keeping in mind that you might be there next year. We are opening up interfaces to our systems, and we are putting together a network of partners we call Kone ecosystem. There is more information about that behind that link. And by the way, during this short presentation, we had more than 7 million users of Kone equipment. Those could have been your users as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ari. So, our next speaker here on stage is Telefonica. And Telefonica is the #1 Spanish and one of the largest private telecommunications companies in the world. And the case they are presenting today and now is the venture capital activity by the corporate. Please welcome Valentin on stage. Applause.
Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation. I hope not to be very boring for you at this tough time after lunch. So I have 5 minutes to explain what is Telefonica doing in the field of the open innovation, and that's Telefonica Open Future, the division of Telefonica in charge of promoting entrepreneurship and open innovation with potential partners. Basically, look, what we do is to bring all the new ideas, new business models into our footprint, trying to land all this technology and disruptive ideas into new products and services for our customer base of 220 million. So basically, this is open innovation for a corporate. And we have developed several tools, several initiatives covering the whole scale of initiatives, starting from grants for students, tech students, which is Talentum Schools. We have Think Big, which is a project managed by the foundation of Telefonica, which is for social projects in certain problematic areas in the cities. Then we have crowd-working spaces. Normally, this is an agreement with third parties. The party, they offer the physical space, and we offer the know-how how to manage this space, and we introduce to the rest of the network. I am proud to announce that we have just signed an agreement with the Finnish government for sharing one of these spaces here in Helsinki and at the same time in Madrid as well, for the Finnish companies wanted to expand into Spain and Latin America. Then we have the wider academies. They are typical incubators, 100% of Telefonica. We select companies at a very early stage, maybe we can say seed capital stage, and then we offer acceleration services, and we take a minority stake in the equity of between 5 and 10% through a convertible bond. Then we have the typical traditional corporate venture capital, which is Telefonica Ventures. It's based in San Francisco area, in Silicon Valley, and historically it has invested in companies with a clear fit with the core business of Telefonica. and normally US companies. Then we have the Amerigo. Amerigo is a network of VC funds where Telefonica plays a role of an anchor investor together with other public or private investors. In this case, we are not selecting the companies. We are not part of the investment committee, so we don't take part on the portfolio decision. It's something which is delegated into an external and independent manager, and obviously we have a strong link in terms of how to monitor and what they are doing in terms of the investment and how to monitor the portfolio companies. Also in terms of inform us the deal flow that they are examining. But in this case, we are not part of these decisions. Obviously, we try to connect the startups or this portfolio with our experts in Telefonica and with our managers that they could land all these new services with our business unit. And then we have the newest fund, which has been launched recently this year, which is called CIP, Communication Investment Platform. It's a little bit different because we have committed $200 million for companies around the world, regardless where they are, regardless the size of the maturity of the company, but with a mandate. We, as Telefonica, we are going to decide which are our top priority, strategic priorities. And with this mandate, for instance, to enhance our network, to retain, to increase the loyalty of our customers, this kind of things, very concrete, very precise. With this mandate, the manager that we have contracted, he's going to look for around the world companies that they are going to solve this challenge. And maybe sometimes they have to integrate some of them into one single company that is gonna offer the final solution for these challenges. So it's a little bit different because normally a corporate, they invest in startups and then try to connect and to interact with our internal business units. In this case, it's going to be different and the opposite. We know the demand, we know our customer requirements, and then we are going to mandate the manager to say, please match with the offer, with the startups that they are going finally to give the solutions. So basically, we have a platform on a transversal way and a cross way for all these initiatives, which is openfuture.org. That's totally free. One entrepreneur can enter into the platform and put the project. There's going to be business angels, venture capital fund managers, many people finding out the projects and trying to select the right one. So I think it's something which is open and is, of course, developed by Telefonica, but open to the rest of the people. Now we have more than 6,000 projects already created, and we have committed more than 600 million euros, which I think is not wishful thinking, but real facts. So I think that's the point.
Yeah.
The point. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're a big corporation or a startup. The time limits, they are same for everybody. And the next one is Vaisala on stage, so the quick introduction. Vaisala manufactures electronic measurement systems and equipment for meteorology and environmental sciences, traffic safety, and industrial applications. And Kevin will explain you more about Vaisala Weather Challenge. Please welcome Kevin.
Thank you. Well, today I'm going to tell you about Vaisala's Open Weather Data Challenge. But before I give you more details about that challenge, I want to ask you one simple question. And that question is, have you ever dreamt of having a truly positive impact on society? Maybe it's increasing efficiency or effectiveness of something in society. Maybe it's about safety, reducing the loss of life or reducing injuries. Well, I'm Kevin Petty, and I'm the Chief Science Officer for Vaisala. And at Vaisala, we are having a positive impact on a daily basis. We're doing this by looking at weather-related problems around the globe, and we're applying instrumentation together with software solutions to address some of those problems. Let me give you an example, or a few examples of what I'm talking about. Many of you got up today and you listened to the weather or you saw the weather. Well, it's very likely that Vaisala's observations were driving that weather forecast that you received. We also support other sectors such as transportation. We support things like airport operations. We support surface transportation, road and rail operations. And we do that, again, by providing instrumentation together with software solutions. At the end of the day, those decision makers make critical decisions about their operations for increases in efficiency and improvements in safety. In recent years, we've put more focus on renewable energy. In the case of renewable energy, we're helping those end users make decisions about how to deploy their assets and how to make sure that those assets run at an optimal level. We do this by putting together different types of data, temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, wind direction. But we also do other data sets as well, such as lightning. And in the case of lightning, we run a global lightning detection network that detects lightning location and the time of that lightning. When we put data sets like lightning together with traditional observations, that's what drives those solutions that I was just talking about. And overall, as a company, we believe in observations for a better world. That's how we are making a positive impact on a daily basis. And now, it's your turn. As a part of this challenge that I'm bringing to you today, we want you to go out and we want you to access open source, freely available weather-related data and solve a problem that's of interest to you. Those data sets that are out there, they're very plentiful. Sometimes they're historical data sets, sometimes they're real-time coming in as we speak. And we want you to take those and apply them to a specific problem of interest to you. The types of problems that I'm talking about are endless. In some cases, it might be, hey, how do we communicate weather data and information to people? Maybe how do we visualize it, or how do we do other things with it? In other cases, it may be something like a sporting event. We've all gone to a sporting event where maybe high winds come up or heavy rain comes in or even lightning. How do we protect people at sporting events, and how do we make sure that that sporting event takes place without any types of problems? In some cases, it might be as simple as, what do I wear when I go outside today? How do we improve that decision process? There's going to be maybe opportunities where you take weather-related data, that freely available data, and combine it with other data sets to come up with something entirely new, something that nobody has ever heard of. So as part of our challenge, we are going to open this challenge today, and the challenge is going to run through, see if I can get that to come up. There we go. The challenge will run through today through March 1st. And during that time, we are looking for individuals and groups of individuals to bring your ideas and solutions to the table. And then at the end of March, about March 31st, we are going to announce the winner. And that winner is going to receive 20,000 euros. And then who knows where it will go from there. I don't care if you're a student, I don't care if you're a professor, you might be another type of professional, maybe you're into data analytics, maybe you're a software developer, a meteorologist, maybe you just like the weather. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your ideas.
Okay, Vaisala.
Hear your solutions. But I welcome you to Vaisala's Open Weather Data Challenge, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Those corporations, I think startups were always on time. Big spoiled companies. Yeah, so the next one is Wärtsilä. And it's Finnish corporation which manufactures and services power sources and other equipment in the marine and energy markets. And Tero will tell you that they are looking for disruptive players to digitalize marine business. Please welcome Tero.
Wow, amazing 2 days so far. You know, I have received tens of pitches and even trained people to give good pitches. This reverse session, it's kind of totally new to me. So lifelong learning. Marine industry. Did you know that it's much more closer to your daily life than you would ever think? Most of us knows the cruise business. Someone has maybe even been on these Caribbean babes. Most maybe on the Baltic Sea. But it's not the thing. The thing really is that all the food you eat, all the clothes you wear, all the gadgets you are using, more than 90% of those is transported by the sea. There are roughly 100,000 vessels going out there as we speak, and Wärtsilä is present in approximately half of those, either through equipment, services, or both. So, a big meaningful industry, big meaningful player. What we are doing here then? The digitalization is really rolling into our long cycle conservative industry as well. And we, as rather bureaucratic, slow corporation, are really having challenges with that one. It requires truly agile, lean development, being able to pivot according to customer need. And it's not exactly in our DNA. But as for startups, that's something you have to live with every day, because it's a matter of life and death for you. Another thing are the disruptive initiatives. Those are typically also something that just falls off the corporate radar, because we are focusing on the core things we are anyways doing. So the big fishes, they are out there, and startups are active with those. So those are the two main reasons why we want to collaborate with startups, and those are the two main reasons why we have set up the Marine Mastermind competition. It's all about digitalized service offering within marine business. And it's targeted for startups and growth companies who may have something that can be applied in the marine industry either now or in the future. The actual idea, that can be, well, whatever related to marine industry. It can be, for example, related to proactive and predictive maintenance, maybe something for virtual or remote assistance, augmented reality-based services, maybe something related to intelligent data analytics, or it can be even something totally new marine business has never seen before. It may not necessarily be these solar-powered maintenance drones, look like from Star Trek, but who knows? The timeline with the competition is such that it was opened already the 26th of last month, and as of today, it has been opened for submissions. It will be open until the end of the year, and during January, we will shortlist the companies, and those will be presented to our top-notch jury during February. The winner is then announced in March. And now that I referred to our top-notch jury, that is something I'm truly fond of. We have been able to combine their really high-level positions in marine industry with long experience in the field, and combining that with true understanding and know-how into venture capital world and the startup understanding. On top of that, we have their digital guru, and like in every tourist, there typically is someone who is just hanging out there and extra highlighted without particular reason. This time it's me. Okay, poor joke. What it's for the startups then? The winner will receive, besides fame and glory, a 30-day lean innovation lab product development sprint, orchestrated by Shift Actions and supported by our key experts. So the aim is, together with you, take the innovation, challenge it, develop it further, making a minimum viable product, maybe proof of concept, depending on the maturity of the idea, make a business plan, make a development plan. So after the 30-day intensive session, the purpose is to have something concrete in hand that could then be commercialized in marine business. And besides, it's worth 50K, so it is worth the shot. So we are truly into this, and this is now your chance to take your vision to the next level. If you have something that can be applied in marine industry, either now or in the future, but you would need true industry insights together with one key players in the field, then Marine Mastermind is designed exactly for you. So join us and let's make the marine future together. Thank you.
Wärtsilä.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah, so our next speaker is UPM, and the brief introduction. UPM leads the integration of bio and forest industries into a new, sustainable and innovation-driven future. So Paula will tell you how that they are looking for mobile solutions for the new generation of forest owners. Please welcome Paula.
Hi, everybody. My name is Paula Savonen, and I work for UPM. And I'm honored to be here at Slush. And today I'm going to represent you UPM's challenge. Actually, I have 2 challenges for you today. Here you see a beautiful forest stand. And now you may think, what the heck is she doing here talking about trees? This is a tech event, right? But the forest is our business. UPM is a global company that refines wood fiber into different sustainable and recyclable products. And that's why this forest has a great value for us. Now, if you think that this is boring, I understand you, because pulp and paper making is not very sexy. And we used to be boring. But today, we do this. This is a car made of wood. Well, it's not exactly made from wood, but the parts you think that are made of steel are actually made of different wood fiber-based composites. I think this is a great example of what we do today. We work very hard to develop new innovations and products out of recyclable, renewable wood fiber. And most of our R&D budget goes to developing new things. And the industry is doing great. The industry have been investing in Finland. And actually, we have a situation where we need, in the next couple of years, 10 million cubic meters more wood in Finland to forest industry's production site. And the value of this is 400 million euros. And for your information, the value of the private wood market in Finland is almost 2 billion euros. But what happens at the same time is that we have a new generation of forest owners who live in the cities far away from the forest. For example, here in Helsinki area, we have about 30,000 of them. And they don't realize the value of the forest. So this is our challenge. How do we get the forest attractive to the new generation of forest owners? And look at the poor guy there. He's reading a paper, a brochure of forest, because we don't have any good applications for his iPhone. Please help us. We have a lot of information, GPF information, information of the soil, of the climate, how the trees grow. And I know that here are many people who are masters in mobile technology. So what we want to do is create good applications, mobile applications for the forest owners, especially those who live in the cities, bring the forest to their mobile phones. That's the challenge number 1. Use the forest. And I have also another challenge for you today. I think this is very fun. It's called Spot the Species. And what we do, we cooperate with Guides and Scouts of Finland. And we have a shared goal. We want to take the kids and teenagers to the forest. And with the Guides and Scouts of Finland, we share the same goal of renewing and trying new things. So what we would like to do is create a great mobile game that helps kids and teenagers to learn about the forest and actually gets them to go to the forest and look for the species, spot the species. And we are looking for mobile game developers to work with us. Both of these challenges are not hackathons or idea competitions. These are real projects. We have a budget, and we are ready to go when we find the right partners. Thank you.
Thank you, UPM. I think it's a wonderful case. And we are moving on to the next one. It's Unilever. And Hilde will tell you that they are looking for people who want to have an impact. Please welcome Hilde.
Hello, my name is Hilde Hendricks, and I work for Unilever. Unilever is a global company that sells foods, personal care, and home care products. You may not know the name Unilever, but you know probably some of its brands like Axe, Lipton, Magnum, Surf, a whole raft of brands. Unilever is a big company. We're in almost We're in almost every country in the world, and we've got a 48 billion turnover. But what is important is Unilever products are used 2 billion times a day. So we've got an enormous reach. But we operate in a world that faces really big challenges. For example, 1 billion of our consumers live in water-scarce country. Also, 2 billion of the people we serve don't have access to proper sanitation. As a company like Unilever, you have to do more than just sell products in such an environment. And a couple of years ago, we launched our Sustainable Living Plan, where we outlined our vision, which was, yes, to grow our business and double the size of our company, but at the same time reduce the environmental impact that we have and increase the social impact. Now, this is something that you can only do in partnership. We can do our bit, but the best way to achieve something is to work together with governments and with civic society. And this is the important slide for today. What I want to talk about to you is about Transform. Transform is a partnership between Unilever, the UK Department for International Development, and the Clinton Foundation. And what it is that we want to fund proposals, ideas, people who have some great initiatives or ideas in the context of water, sanitation and hygiene problems in the developing world. We're mostly looking at countries in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia, or energy related. If you have an idea, a technology that could form the basis for a social business for low-income households and people living really at the bottom of the pyramid, and then also specifically, if you have some ideas about how to make behavior change more efficient using mobile and digital, then you should really talk to us, and we'd love to hear about you. It's not just about kind of the products we sell in these areas. It's very often also about how people use these products. So we have quite a bit of experience in behavior change and helping consumers to live more sustainable lives. So Unilever isn't only able to offer you the funding, but we also have quite a few resources available. We know the local context, we have lots of local connections, we know our consumers, and we have a whole supply chain which you can tap into. So basically, what we'd like to hear is if you have any ideas, proposals, if you are a new startup or just someone with an idea, look for the call for proposals that is about to come out soon. These initial proposals will be for funding up to 250K. The whole partnership runs over 5 years, and we are spending a minimum of about 15 million euro to progress some of the ideas. So please, if you can catch me, do talk to me. These are my contact details, or talk to Roper from Damas, who's there as well, who is a great contact. Thank you.
Thank you, Hilde and Unilever. And now our next speaker is Antti from Kemira. And he will be talking about innovations for chemical-related applications in the clean water cycle. Please welcome Antti.
All right, last one to go in this session. And I'm representing Kemira, which is a 2.4 billion chemical manufacturer, 4,600 people in more than 40 countries. And we're serving water-intensive industries with our chemical solutions. I'm representing a business unit that is in charge of chemistry and the related applications and expertise for the clean water cycle. And if we look at what we actually do there, is we provide chemicals for the wastewater treatment, removing phosphates from the wastewater, dewatering the sludge that remains after the water cleaning, disinfectants. We're also helping with our chemicals and expertise to restore natural water systems, like the Baltic Sea around here in Helsinki, which suffers from eutrophication, and we can provide solutions for that. And likewise, we are then providing solutions for the raw water treatment, i.e. making the high-quality drinking water that we, for instance, have here in Helsinki. This industry, or the whole ecosystem in this water treatment, is very, very traditional. Most of the traditional technologies have been around for decades, some of them even for much longer times. The filtration, sheathing technologies, the biological treatment, and the chemical treatment that we're a part of are really, really, I would say, even old-fashioned. And there's been relatively little change during the past decades in this industry. What makes it even more challenging to innovate in is that a big part of our clientele, the customer base that we serve, are actually the municipalities that are in charge of the water treatment in different parts of the world. And they typically are not the most fast-moving ones. Now, just to give some idea of how old-fashioned this industry can be, for instance, we provide chemicals for the phosphate removal. Some of those chemicals have references to them already in Bible. That doesn't mean that we try to go forward and innovate, and we have been working a lot on what we call the advanced water treatment. For instance, working with water availability, reutilizing the clean water, for instance, for irrigational purposes, for industrial process water, with the sludge, which is currently a cost factor for the operators. It has a lot of biomaterial in it. It has a lot of nutrients in it, and those could be and can be reused and used as a valuable raw material. Nutrients can be recovered and recycled. Currently, the water treatment industry is quite energy intensive. With all the biomass, you can actually turn that into energy positive. And all this then needs and can be combined with different forms of smart technology to enhance the processes. Just as one example of what we have already done in this space are these control and monitoring services, where we basically measure the ingoing and outgoing water amounts and qualities in the water treatment facilities. And based on that, we then provide the right mixture of chemistry to treat the water. We act as bartenders there, so to say, to make the right chemical cocktail into the water treatment. Now, we've done this, but I know that a lot more can be done to this industry. A lot more could be thought about, which we haven't really come around, and which our customers haven't come around, which our competitors haven't come around. And thus, I'm here to invite all of you to help us to help our customers to help the world in this clean water cycle. Thank you.
Thank you, Antti. Okay, and we are done this session. In about 10 minutes, we will have results from the science pitching, which happened earlier today. And right after this, we are moving on to the crowdfunding pitching. So stay here or come back in 10 minutes. Thank you.